Zomato, in the recent times, I really love Zomato's ads. They bring that craziness and that fun vibe into their ads.
Yeah.
Dairy Milk Silk, the Cadbury Silk ads, right? And I think when we were in teenage or something, they used to have these cute love story kind of things in those ads and all that. So that at that time was pretty memorable.
Hello everyone, I am Niharika Singh from IOI, and today we are very honored to welcome Rajesh sir, a product manager at Cricbuzz. Sir, thank you very much for joining us
Thank you so
and
much.
mentoring us through this session. And it was really insightful session for us.
Thanks a lot.
And I think it's going to help in our upcoming ad wars we are going to have this month.
Sure. I really wish and really happy that you guys, were actively participating in the whole session. And it's a pretty interesting challenge to have, to make an ad in such a, time of the year. At the same time, academically also, it will be very good for you to practically put into use all those concepts.
Yes, sir. It is very insightful session for us. So, sir, I have been through your LinkedIn profile also, and I saw that you have very diverse and impressive background from tech world and also in marketing world. You also have user experiences, like you are giving user experiences at Cricbuzz also. So, I think I would like to ask you some questions around it also.
Sure.
And since it is all about advertisement session. So, sir, what is your favorite ad?
Favorite ad was so many actually. So to be honest, I really like these ads and all that, so that's the whole, also one more main reason of doing this session also. Many, I mean, for example, all the telecommunication provider ads which we used to have around 2006, 7, 8, all those Airtel ads, Hutch ads, Vodafone, Zuzu ads, all those things were pretty memorable, whenever we were watching TV, that ad used to come and we immediately recognize, this is Airtel, this is Zuzu, like that. I think Zomato, in the recent times, I really love Zomato's ads. They bring that craziness and that fun vibe into their ads.
And so, what's the best thing about any nostalgic ad you remember?
Nostalgic ad, okay. There are a couple of them. One I could recall is Dairy Milk Silk, the Cadbury Silk ads, right? And I think when we were in teenage or something, they used to have these cute love story kind of things in those ads and all that. So that at that time was pretty memorable. And actually, we used to purchase silk, in order to impress someone or something, we used to purchase silk. So that was fun. And at the same time, these center fruit, center fresh ads, where they were, going over the board. They were exaggerating normal incidents. So those were also pretty memorable. Center fruit, center fresh, all those kind of chewing gum ads.
Since you talked about Dairy Milk, in our marketing class, we got to learn that how colors are very impactful in advertisements.
Right.
Like in Cadbury ad, how purple color is showing royalty.
Correct.
So, what is your view on this?
Definitely. I mean, that's a very good point. Like we also discussed in the session, right? So when you talk about a brand, we think about some keywords, some attributes. And when we think about those attributes, we think about some colors automatically. Like, when you say something energetic, something fun, or something like that, automatically red, or, the shades of that come into our brain. Like Boost, for example, orangish red and all that. Fun, Zomato, for example. Again, if you talk about love also, red comes into picture. That is a different shade of red. So like that, we have strong associations with the emotions there, and brands try to put onto those emotions, tap into those emotions. So that way, for example, if we see one thing again, I would quote Cricbuzz here. Cricbuzz strongly takes the green color again.
Yes.
Right, because it's cricket, the field, the stadium, the vibe of it comes out with that green color. So they try to strongly associate with that stadium reference and the ground reference and all that. Yeah, so that way colors act as like, subconscious cues where by seeing the color, we slowly remember the brand also.
Yes.
Like that, like for example, Coke owns the red color. McD owns those yellow and this combination. So colors are pretty interesting ways to do branding.
Yes. And so another question coming in my mind is that when the impactful ad launches, it is very big, right? For 3 minutes or 4 minutes. So do you think people watch this much long ad? Like, if we see now, people are like going fast,
Reels
very
and all
fast,
that.
reels and all. So do you think people are watching this impactful ads?
That's a good question. So only few ads are made like that, 2
Okay.
minutes, 3 minutes and all. So especially when the company wants to showcase a particular value that they believe in, or they want to promote a cause or something, or they want to explain about something, then they go for the 2 minutes, 3 minutes ads. Like for example, Urban Company recently did a campaign about Choti Soch.
Yes.
That was a pretty long ad, like 1.5, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes ad. Because there they wanted to establish that clearly. The profession is important, respect is important. At the same time, service is also good.
Okay.
So multiple things are there.
Yes.
Otherwise, by default, any ad that we see nowadays is hardly 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Abhi YouTube mein to we are getting 4-second ads
Yes.
also. So 15, 30 seconds ads are pretty common.
Yes.
Whenever a company wants to emphasize on something or have a strong campaign over something, they go for this 2 minutes,
Okay.
3 minutes once.
So don't you think that it would be hard for a company to get all ad in just in 60 seconds, under 60 seconds?
Correct. Yeah. That's why ads are very challenging. We see the ad, we forget it or we remember
Yes.
it. But the thought process that goes behind it, I think that is the most important thing of making an ad. It is not just about how the ad should be, impressing people.
Yes.
But what is that the company wants to communicate in the ad.
Yes.
One value proposition or one key point or some brand element they want to convey, that has to clearly come out in those 30-60 seconds.
Yes,
So there are many beautiful agencies which do that a lot.
Yes.
In-house companies actually have in-house teams to do that.
It demands maybe high editing skills.
Exactly. So it's a very time-taking process. And sometimes what they do is they also do these 2 minute, 2.5 minute ads, and they try to cut it into 30-second, 60-second ads also.
Yeah.
So some people can cleverly shoot it for 2 minutes, but they will remove unnecessary pieces and make it a 30-second ad or a 60-second ad. So that kind of cleverness also they have in making these ads.
Okay, sir. So my next question is, so I want to ask, is there some tips for someone is entering into ad industry? So there are some things he should or she should know before coming to that.
I might not be the right person to give tips to people entering into the ads industry, but just as a thing, when we are making ads, and at least based on whatever I could read and when we are doing also some ads. So ads actually, again, the purpose of it will become important. Like we were discussing, ads are always about telling, selling, branding. So ye teeno cheez we have to keep in mind. So what are we telling about? Okay. Are we telling about the product? Are we telling about a particular value? Are we telling about the price? Whatever. And coming to selling also. Are we selling a particular service or a product? Are we going to push that? Or are we going to sell the idea to people? And the branding. So once somebody has this clearly that, in an ad, I want to show this.
Okay.
Like, again, going back to this ad of Licious recently.
Yes.
They launched an ad on Father's Day.
Yes.
Where they created a nice setup where there is a retirement ceremony going on and all the fathers are retiring. So what are they retiring from? They're retiring from going to the meat shop on a weekend. Okay. So that's a ritual generally we see in our Indian families a lot growing up. Yeah. So Licious targeted onto that point. So what they want to tell here is there is no need for you to go to the shop, buy that, to go to that unhygienic process and all that.
Yes.
We give you good quality product. You just order from us. That is what they wanted to tell. Now to tell this, the storytelling technique they used is to use the reference of a father with whom we strongly associate, every Sunday morning, fathers going and getting the meat and all that. So that is how they try to be creative there. So creativity comes naturally, so when we try to iterate, some good idea will strike. But they were clear on what they wanted to communicate.
So there is some ads like which are made on good form, like ethically, but somehow they turn into unethical and hurt sentiments of religious people and other cultures. So how can we minimize it if we are building an ad?
Right, makes sense. I think nowadays actually to be this thing, one good thing that is happening is many ads are very conscious about it. Earlier, there used to be some derogatory ads, subtly people used to showcase, let us say the man of the house as supreme than the woman of the house, or whenever it is a vegetables ad or a detergent ad, there was directly a lady there. So it was there, some bit of it, but nobody consciously did that. It was generally, as per the societal times at that time, it was done. But now that everyone is learning and everyone has that awareness now, and people also understand things are changing. So now the ads, if you see, whether be it any FMCG product or any tech product also for that matter, many of them, they are becoming more aware about it. So I think the chance of hurting people's sentiments is very less right now. And if somebody is doing it, it would be mostly unintentional only. Like, sometimes big brands like Apple also does some kind of things unintentionally. They launch an ad or something. Recent iPad ad also was having a controversy, that you are taking away the credit from those artists or something like that. So it happens because Apple might have thought it was a very creative ad, and after a lot of discussion, considering everyone's opinion also, they might have done it. Still, it hurts somebody. So it can still happen, but I don't think nowadays it will be intentional, or it will be very much possible that it will happen. It will be very, very rare.
So at Cricbuzz, how you make impactful ad that will touch many people?
Right. Again, a good question. So Cricbuzz, if you remember, there was this beautiful campaign, I think 7-8 years back, Cricket Ka Keeda. So if you see those ads, there were a series of short ads, 20-30 second ads, pretty fun. Somebody is watching the phone and he has a milk packet in his hand, and he practices bowling like this, and this milk packet goes and falls on the person who is in front of him. Like this, many ads were there. As of now, things have little bit changed. So though at that time, TV was the major source. So Cricbuzz used to do a lot of TV ads and all that. And TV ads were mostly catchy. If you watch once, you'll remember. Like that MTR Gulab Jamun ad, like the kid says, how many runners are there in the race? There are 2 runners. And which position you got? Second position I got. So like that, fun ads. But now the thing is more about grabbing the attention on Instagram, like you said. People don't have that much time. I'm scrolling, suddenly I see something, I'll grasp it. So I think Cricbuzz, mostly what they do, more than ads, they try to put out the information which is interesting for people. Because people come to the app mainly for score, records, details, facts, commentary, all these things. So, and now people also know Cricbuzz. So awareness is there. But we have to keep tapping on to the interest of people. So that mostly it will be done through these Instagram posts. Or digital ads, these kind of things where, maybe we'll put in something like the context. So context becomes more important, more than the product. Because everyone is watching cricket, everyone knows there is a match happening. But the context is, let us say, IPL match is there between RCB and CSK. The ad will be around Kohli and Dhoni. So we will focus on Kohli and Dhoni playing for the last time. Only this time you can see both of them on the field. Next time you won't see. Nobody knows whether they'll play or not. But we'll just put around that. So it will be creating that buzz and interest for people. Because now it is beyond the exact awareness and these things. This is creating interest, making people follow the game, all that. So that's how it shifted slowly now.
So I think upcoming T20 match will be opportunity and challenges for both Cricbuzz.
Now we have this India versus Pakistan match, right? So again, that will be this only.
So sir, this is all what I wanted to ask. Thank you very much for this insightful session and also this podcast also.
Great. Thanks a lot for the opportunity, and I wish all of you all the best, and hoping to see some amazing ads, fun, crazy, emotional, all kinds of ads.
So all the knowledge we gained today, we surely would make an ad about it.
Sure. Hope it helps.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.